Friday, November 17th. Welcome to the Pat McAfee Show. I appreciate you so much for taking time to listen to this show. We're going to send you into the weekend in a fantastic fashion. Joining me in the studio is a great group of humans. At Tactical Diggs, how's it going?
Great to be here. Privilege.
At the Jeff Vibert, how's it going?
Fantastic. Doing very well.
Oh, Vibert's had a big week. Somebody got a tattoo of him on their body. Is that true?
Go. Yes, absolutely. It is, and it says spooky. It says spooky below it because I did the Things You Missed Halloween edition, and it goes spooky.
Unbelievable. Somebody got that tattooed.
I don't think it's him. It's a different hairstyle, and the guy is wearing a shirt and tie. Vibert's not once wore a shirt and tie.
You know what, though? I never wear shirts and ties either. I always thought, like, dress shirts were terrible. You know, Diggs, thanks for leading me into that. You know, you've known me a long time.
Long time.
Not a dress-up guy.
Never.
Never have been. Tank tops, T-shirts, that's the way I roll. But there was this one company that said, listen, Pat, we're going to be the ones that are going to make an adult out of you. We're the ones that are going to make you dress nice, look nice, be presentable in professional situations. I said, I don't believe it, but you can try whatever the fuck you want to do. Then these shirts arrived in my office. I put them on and I was like, holy hell. State and Liberty has done it. They have mastered the button-up dress shirt with full comfort. There's a lot of extra room up near the chest so you can bounce them titties around if you got them. You know what I mean, Vibs?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The big pectoral muscles. Go ahead and make them bounce, Vibs. Make them bounce. Now, those are your shoulders. Those are your shoulders.
I felt like the kid doing the truffle shuffle there.
Oh, respect. Now, listen, I know Hollywood's weird, but I am not forcing you to do anything. Anyways, the State and Liberty shirts are incredible. They give you space up top. They tailor to your hips in the middle. So unless you're like out of control, built like a pear, it's not going to be comfortable. But for every other human, non-pear shaped, it is going to be the most comfortable dress shirt you've ever put on. For me, I like freedom. I like tank tops. I wear big clothes. I like comfort. I like all that. And State and Liberty mastered it with these damn shirts. State and Liberty dress shirts are extremely low maintenance, wrinkle-free, and machine washable.
No dry cleaning necessary.
Wow. Sean got his shit stolen out of his laundromat.
You got the KFC quilted hoodie stolen.
Stolen right out. Got a pair of jeans stolen out of his fucking laundromat. Not needed. Not needed with State and Liberty. Wrinkle free. Low maintenance. Machine washable. The dress shirts are $90, and since you do not need to dry clean them, they pay for themselves over time. Are you kidding me? Make your money back over time. This is future you thinking you current you like, hey, good looking out, cuzzo. Saving money on the dry cleaning and still looking fresh to death. They have a no questions asked return policy and offer free returns and exchanges. You have nothing to lose by trying them out. Do you, Diggs?
Nothing.
Why wouldn't you try?
Why wouldn't you try?
Why wouldn't you try? Go to www.stateandliberty.com. That's STATEANDLIBERTY.com. That is stateandliberty.com, and type in code PAT at checkout to receive $10 off your first order. That's $9 off that $90 pair of jeans or dress shirt. $9 off that $90 dress shirt. So for $81, you are looking fly, you are feeling good, and you are owning whatever room you walk into. Only State and Liberty can do that for you. I hope you go check them out. Once again, that's stateandliberty.com. Type in code PAT at checkout to receive $10 or 10% off your first purchase. If you're an athletic guy that is in good shape and are looking for a great fitting, extremely comfortable dress shirt that looks good, you got to check out State and Liberty dress shirts.
It's about time.
It's really good. Those old stiff-ass shirts, you know, looks like you're wearing a goddamn...
Well, then you got to go to the dry cleaner and get extra starch, and they're even more starch.
Yeah, you got to worry about how much starch you're putting in there. Listen, I want the starch in my collar, not in my goddamn shirt. Can you put the starch maybe in the pocket? Make it pop a little bit. And they're like, sir, we don't do that. I'm like, God damn it, I don't want to wear your shirts. I'm back to a tank top. State and Liberty is like, we got your back. Good shirts.
Good, great shirts.
Hit the music. This is gonna be a good show, I think. Haley Joel Osment joins me for a convo later.
The moment you've all been waiting for. He was a high school All-American, a college All-American. He was All-Pro in the NFL, but the thing that he's most proud of is during his show in Muncie, Indiana, he made a woman in the crowd laugh so hard she shit her pants. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat McAfee!
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in. It's a Friday. You just got through your work week. You just got to battle through a couple more hours, and then, God damn it, freedom is on the other corner. At Ty Schmidt, Ty is in Ty, and at Evan Foxy.
Sup?
Still Evan Foxy. One more Friday with Evan Foxy.
I had to tag Evan Fox in a tweet last night, and I almost didn't do it because it was named.
There's like so many, you got to really think about it, right?
Yeah.
Because it pops up. And you have to okay it that you are going to put out into the universe the
You
word.
guys are adding fuel to the fire right now. I love this.
The fire.
Oh, you like this. Backs against the wall, you feel like.
Yes.
Everybody's out against you.
Because I picked it
I didn't know that.
with the help of Ty, but I picked it as well.
Pointing fingers. You hear him just pointing fingers.
No,
at
because
you.
I was credit. I was like, I'm giving Ty credit
Yeah, in your eyes.
for helping me out, and we're going to run with it.
Evan Foxy. Evan Foxy did a great job shooting today on some ice. I went and played some hockey with the Indy Fuel. Thanks to them, by the way. Super hospitality. Evan's running around with this like 4K camera on this thing, like sliding behind professional hockey players. It was a real Foxy fucking move.
Those are the days I love. Like what we did today. I love shooting those. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, watch every single video we put out. Give a little likey like, a little share.
Speaking of this week, I got the Gary V 002s. This was a good week this past week. I enjoyed this past week a lot. Vibs does the things you missed every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on the Barstow Heartland Facebook. Vibs, what are some things that happened this past week that everybody should know about?
November 15th was National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day.
Oh, big day.
Very big day.
I should have done that. I have 3 dozen cartons of eggs. I don't know why.
Really?
2 eggs have been taken out of. I have 34 eggs in my fridge right now.
Quick question. When you use your egg,
Yeah.
do you put the shell back into crate as open or do you put it into garbage can?
No, I can put it in a garbage can.
Okay.
Put it back in the crate.
Garbage can.
I didn't know people put it back
So-
in.
Oh, so my mom used to put it back in. And now I'm an adult. I just throw it away. It's an interesting thing. I don't know why. I have no idea why.
You put it back in the crate to show the other eggs their future, what's coming from.
Oh, it's like the log cabin in the woods thing. Got it. Completely understand
So
that.
I have 3 dozen eggs in my fridge for no fucking reason.
So is National Clean Out Your Fridge Day?
Are you getting ready for Easter? What's. Anyways.
I got it. The eggs?
Yeah.
Do you dye Easter eggs?
I used to, and whenever you get in college, you get drunk and you just like draw penises on the eggs.
I baked a pie and put a penis on the pie this week for Thanksgiving.
Was that you that baked it?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was my lady.
Oh, yeah, but you definitely claimed it on the
Yes,
internet.
I did.
What else happened, Vivs?
It was also National Spicy Guacamole Day.
You know what? That's where you put a little extra jalapeno in that guac. You know, the avocado, the $20 chef Wednesday night teaches the world how to cook and to live. He mentioned that the avocado is a necessity whenever you're eating a spicy object because it softens the heat.
It does.
And that is exactly why spicy guacamole works so well.
It's the milk of the fruit world.
Oh, I like that.
I believe avocado's a fruit, right?
I think so.
Yeah, we'll just run with that. It's the milk of the fruit or vegetable world.
Or nature's gift. Yeah, it's the milk of nature. What's that, buddy?
I think milk is the milk of nature. I don't,
There's a lot of questions. Do they call it from almonds or only titties? That's the question.
very good.
Coconut water, by the way, terrible.
Terrible.
I made
Awful.
that terrible. I tweeted that out this week that it gives me the same reaction as 2 girls, 1 cup. True story. That thing touches my mouth. My asshole wants to spit and my mouth wants to. It's terrible. People love that shit, though. I guess it's super healthy for
Very.
you. But there has to be some residual bad effects for you, too, whenever you're just dry heaving for the next fucking 2 hours.
Yeah,
Like,
the taste is the residual bad effect.
it's so bad.
Doesn't Rihanna sling coconut water? Isn't she?
She
like
can
one
sling
of their,
whatever she
That's
wants,
what I'm
Ty.
saying. That's why people are just like, oh, coconut water.
Oh, yeah, because she's like Caribbean, right? And they fucking force feed it on. Down there, I had a guy, when I was on vacation, dude cut off the top of a coconut, put a straw in it, and like put like an umbrella in it for Sam, my lady. I was like, oh, that's so nice, you know? And then Sam was like, here, have a sip. And I was like, oh, you got it. And I like completely forgot that
I hate coconut.
I fucking hate coconut water because in my world, coconut water comes in a little carton.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't
Yeah.
come out of the fucking coconut. And I took this big old sip right in here, right? Because I just watched this guy seduce my lady basically with his goddamn coconut. And I fucking immediate puke. Immediate fucking puke.
Did you?
Right there on the, so it was like a romantic moment. We were both on like the layout chairs on the beach. We had a little thing, a little tent over our head. It was real nice. Like they were taking care of us. Like, here's your coconut. And Sam was like, here, babe, you're hungover. Try it out. And I was like, right on the ground, like right in front of the guy. Like it was just all of last night came out.
You know what the awesome thing about puking on the beach is, right?
Yeah, just bury it.
Yeah, just bury it with some sand. Use some kitty litter.
Yeah, just bury it. It's like whenever you're in the ball pit at McDonald's. You just bury it.
Is there anything creepier than people that like work at resorts to like they come up and like, hey, how's it doing, lady? And
They're all either trying to fuck you or sell you drugs.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. And I don't want to sound like, I guess whenever they first start, they're like very excited to work there and like provide you a great experience. And you can tell those people. I go to a lot of resorts. I've been very lucky in these last few years to go to a lot of resorts. And it's the same situation. You know exactly who just started working there and you know who's been there for about a year and is about sick of every Caucasian human motherfucker that comes through there. Yeah. And I have a good relationship with them. I have a very good relationship with the resort workers. I very much like to take care of them because I'm like, man, I feel like I watch some people be like, I don't like this strawberry. Can you get me another strawberry? And they're on vacation and they paid for like everything you could want and people just abuse it. I'm like, they're like, is there anything we can help you with? I'm like, no. They're like, literally nothing. We'll do anything. I'm like, oh yeah, you guys should just go hang out then. You guys just go have a good time. I want you guys to have a good night tonight. That's what I want you to do. We're not allowed. I made one set of, they're called butlers at all these resorts. Whenever you pay for it, it's like an extra price. It's worth it, by the way. They literally get everything for you. I forced one of them to get drunk with us one night.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I forced them to do it. They thought they were going to get fired the entire time, but I told them the tip I was giving them was going to be larger than anything they were going to make there. And they were like, you got it. And it was like fun to like check because you learn about the real culture of the, like I learned so much from that one conversation with her, but those resorts are just they fucking hate their lives there.
That was always my last
Hate them.
resort.
They fucking hate their life. They hate you and they hate that they're doing it for sure.
If the corporate world didn't work out, I was always going to move down there and be a bartender at one of those resorts. That was my fallback plan.
That's not a bad. In
I
like
mean, you're just
hotels,
you're just living in paradise.
and you're staring at the beach. In some of the hotels, they literally just face out at the water. That's you're gonna get bored though. You're gonna get bored for sure.
That was a movie, but I'm sure you never saw it. It was Tom Cruise in Cocktail.
Who?
Tom Cruise.
Nah,
That's what he did.
that's a movie.
Yeah.
TC.
Right next to where TC lives. Okay, Tom Cruise, Kanye West. Oh, what else happened this past week?
My phone closed. It was also National Pickle Day. Are you a big fan
Huge.
of pickles?
Fuck no, my girl's getting a craving for pickle though. I'm thinking she's pregnant.
That's not
All
good.
girls love pickles. And that's not a sexual joke. That's just like every girl that I've ever dated loves fucking pickles.
Really? So Sam has never really been that much into pickles, and then like the last 2 nights, she's
Yikes.
like late night, she's like, I want a pickle. I'm like, wait a fucking minute. You want a pickle? I want to get the fuck out of here. I've heard what this means. That means she's pregnant, right?
I think if she puts it with peanut butter, then she is. But if it's just a pickle,
You're safe.
like a peanut butter pickle sandwich,
I'll tell you what, Vibs, I ain't never in my life thought that you were going to be the guy that makes me sleep easy at night. With that fact that you just fucking dropped in my face right there, I'm going to sleep.
Go home and throw all the fucking peanut butter away.
Yep. Here's your pickle, baby. All you got. What else happened this week, Vibs?
it was also Veterans Day. We missed Veterans Day.
Oh yeah, big shout out to the Veterans Day, man, and everything that comes around Veterans Day. Just so many conversations that really help out the true heroes of America. Like Bennett stood, Michael Bennett.
Yeah, he did.
He stood, and
Everyone stood.
everybody was talking about how big of a tribute that was because he didn't want it to seem. And I agree because I think the interesting thing here is the kneelers were never disrespecting the military, right? In their mind, the intent was never to disrespect the military. The intent was 1,000% to disrespect the cops, though, right? So it was kind of like a misguided missile that got hit and ran for a large portion of the world. But so I think there's fault on both sides. The people who are pissed off about it, I think they're at fault for not even attempting to learn what the intent was. But also, I think the players who, whenever they realized and found out that the entire fucking world is thinking you're disrespecting the military right now, you should maybe think about it. They didn't adapt either, right?
No.
There was no change by them. So it was like such a it's a tumultuous situation that is so stupid that needs to be ended. A conversation needs to be had by some people, make it happen. Bing, bang, boom. Let's give real opportunities to people who feel like they don't have it or don't have it at all. Let's keep this world moving. But Bennett standing up, that's all because of Veterans Day. Like the whole world came together almost for Veterans Day. You still got your trolls on the internet that are like, murderers, we're going to war. You're like, hey, kumbaya, motherfucker, live in your bubble world. That ain't how it works in the real world outside of this country and even in this country sometimes. So I think I just really appreciate the fuck out of Veterans Day, because not only to thank the vets, but also for what it does for people who normally their first thought isn't to love the military because they're so brainwashed to hate it. Veterans Day is a day for them to like think like, oh, like look at all this good shit that they actually do, as opposed to a negative connotation. I think it's good. I enjoy. Not every national day is worth a shit. Clean out your fridge day was made by some guy's wife or some guy. That was a relationship issue that happened at that day started.
You've done a lot of research on these days because you do them for things you missed. Do you
Right.
know who comes up with these?
Is
I
it
do
the
not.
government?
I think they have to go to like a lobby and like get it, propose it.
There's
and be like,
lobbyists for these days?
99% of these are the fucking worst holidays.
Yeah,
Like,
because this is your life now. Like
hate-
this is your life. Things you missed, he will tell you what national days you've missed and other things that you could have potentially missed in your news cycle. And I've heard him recording this thing. It is national, and then he says something, and then directly after, it's like a deep sigh.
like there's National Harvey Wallbanger Day. I don't know. Apparently it's a drink. I had no clue what it was.
But they had some powerful fucking people that were drinking that drink at one point.
Absolutely.
At one point in history, there were some people really drinking that thing.
But you will find, and then you'll be going through and you'll see something like Veterans Day and you're like, okay, I can do something
It's
with
a
this.
real one.
Yeah, and then you'll see something like National Canine Lymphoma Day and you're like, that's the most depressing thing I've ever seen. Dogs
Dog
with cancer.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. What day is that?
That was November 7th. I skipped over that one.
You just didn't think people missed it. Thank you. Everybody should miss that one. Everyone should miss that one. Jesus.
By the
But it
way-
is true though. We should raise some maybe some
Stuff.
awareness about these dogs out here, cuz getting secondhand smoke in them trailers and houses.
You pulled tumultuous out of your ass and couldn't come up with awareness, huh?
I'll tell you what, I've been flowing with some words today. I gave a like a soliloquy to the Indy Fuel cameraman.
Yeah.
I was on. I'm like, man, good for me. My mouth's good right now. And then some days, boy, can't speak for shit.
Your hockey talk was good too.
Thanks. Good lettuce, cuz.
The lingo.
Tide went on last night, playing a little guilty today.
It might be the funniest language to do.
Hockey language?
Yes.
Oh, dude, these dudes were having full conversations around me. Like I skated on the ice, and the one big tall guy was like, "Gonna send some clap bombs at you there." I'm like,
Clap us.
I hope not. I hope not. I got through West Virginia without getting a clap. I don't think I need to get it here at the fucking Indy Fuel thing. What's that, dude?
What was your goalie nickname?
Mr. Shutout. 0 goals against up to that point in ice hockey history, which is true.
100% save percentage.
I had a 100% save percentage in
100% goal.
ice hockey and a 100% shooting percentage because I shot one shot, which is all you need. You only need one shot. You only need one mic. I only shot one shot in a scrimmage against the Plum High School hockey team from the blue line. No goalie, so you had to hit a post to score. From the blue line, snapshot less than 4 seconds into the game, just fell. Crossbar, 1-0, 4 seconds into the game. One shot, one goal. I sat down, took off all my pads. It's over.
Is this on ice?
Yeah. Yeah, on ice. This is ice hockey. Deck hockey, street hockey, things like that I have played in the past. Hall hockey even. I'm a good hall hockey player.
You're like Russ Tyler.
I don't know what that is.
Knuckle puck.
Knuckle puck from Mighty Ducks.
Oh, the goalie's the shooter. I wanted to do that today. Pretty bad. But I had never played goalie. I had one ice shot, 100%. Never played goalie, so I'd never given up a goal. I'm in a good spot. For this thing we're doing, I decided to go play real goalie, and I was holding up a shutout for a little while. I was saving some. But boy,
It's hard when you can't skate.
I can't skate. I cannot. I couldn't. In goalie, you don't even have to skate, and I still couldn't do it. Like I was just all over the fucking place.
I didn't see you get down on the butterfly at all or anything like
I
that.
ain't got it. I think that's the IT band. I don't think mine's no way. What's that, dude?
To your credit, though, like I kind of thought that they'd maybe go easy on you. Like, those guys were shooting fucking wristers.
Right,
at
they were
you.
trying to kill me.
They were peppering you with pucks.
These dudes were trying to
No,
fucking.
I saw.
I saw some of the footage.
Eddie Olczyk's kid, Tommy O, they called him. While I'm putting on my pads, this dude walks by and he goes, "You wearing a cup?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Pussy," and just keeps walking, right? And they go, "Oh, Tommy O with the shot." I said, "Tommy O? Who the fuck's Tommy O?" He's like, "Tommy Olczyk." I'm like, "Olczyk, I know that name. I know that name." They're like, "Yeah, he's Eddie Olczyk's kid." I'm like, I got Eddie Olczyk's kid calling me a pussy right now? Like, what the fuck is going on in my life? And he had a cup on too, by the way. Everybody had a cup. And I am thankful I had a cup on because Tommy O, Eddie Olczyk's kid, and the Swedish dude were only aiming for my fucking dick.
Of course.
That is it. Full slap shots aiming at my dick. But they got me. One time, they got me. Tommy O hit me in the inside of my thigh, which is not protected. It went over, skipped off the bottom right side of my testicle, and pinched it in between the cup and the thing. And I cried. I cried.
I've been there, my friend. I've been there.
Because you're a baseball catcher.
Yeah.
Same type of thing.
Yeah.
Skidding underneath.
The worst is when it gets caught
Underneath.
between the cup and the
Yeah. That's what happened to me. One time, one day, 100% chance of when I'm playing goalie. I'm batting 1,000 whenever it comes to pucks hitting me in the balls and cup.
Do you have a bruise?
Yeah, on my thigh. I got a bruise right here on my thigh. I took my pants off afterwards to get showered, and I was like, God damn. And I had a bruise already on the inside of my thigh. And those hockey players just take that shit right to the face.
You're a hockey guy now.
I mean, I got dangles, sticky mitts, some sick lettuce, guys. I tie one on. I'll play guilty. Jesus Christ. What's coming up? Any big days coming up, Vibs?
So today is National Homemade Bread Day. Like,
Oh.
that's the most worthless holiday ever.
Yeah, homemade bread, though. I mean,
Have you ever done that?
no.
I took 4 years of foods class in high school. I made homemade bread one time.
Oh, home ec? Was that home ec?
Yeah, with Mrs. Prokopik.
Oh, yeah. I never did that.
It was a great class.
can't
4
cook.
years of fucking nothing.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. That's why everybody seemed to really love that class. And I never understood why you guys all loved to fucking cook. And it was because you were doing absolutely nothing. You made bread one time. Isn't like the bread the basis of basically everything? What is it? The yeast? And you got to put flour, yeast, a little butter, a little turnover. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza.
Papa John's.
Papa John's. What a fucking PR run they're on right now, by the way.
They're just tweeting out every day that they don't serve Nazis.
Yeah, we are not about the Nazis with a middle finger emoji. They said, Papa John said,
What?
yeah, they're like something about like we're all in this together or something, and
They're going to work with the NFL players, blah, blah, blah.
except the Nazis, and then they put the middle finger emoji. Those guys. I love it,
Advertising has gotten ridiculous. Like,
dude. It's companies that have the old guard of marketing who has no fucking clue about what to do in 2017. Not a single fucking clue. I graduated from 0 colleges with 0 degrees and went to 0 classes. And I could run a circle around a marketing advisor, I guess, from the old school about the world now.
The director of marketing.
Those people. I hate talking to them. Jesus Christ, they're the worst, these people. They read a book in 1999, so they know exactly how a video is going to work on the internet. They know exactly the words to say, and they know what I should be doing for them. And I tell them, hey, I don't even like your shit, but I'm telling you what a video I think would be good. And well, that's not the angle we want to go for. Well, I'll tell you what. You can go take that angle, find a nice closed room, Diggs, find a nice closed room, maybe get some candles.
Light those candles.
Yeah, maybe a little incense.
love incense.
Oh, yeah, maybe warm up 2 glasses of maybe hot cocoa. Ooh, yeah, so you drink one shaken, not stirred like the Santa Claus.
Marshmallows?
Oh, maybe a little marshmallow in one of them,
Not
just
too
in
many,
case you're
not
getting
too many.
crazy. Yeah. Maybe even make a little cinnamon latte thing going on there for you. Get real nice. Set the mood lighting, turn on some music, and go fuck yourself. I felt real good about that. We went on quite a run. Were you in that room in your head at all?
Yeah.
Oh, I was in there.
The lighting in that room was fucking perfect.
And you should have seen the table. I had a desk right in front of me that had 2 chocolate milks. And then when you dropped the marshmallows on, I'm like, oh, just one of them, though. Let's not get crazy.
I kept looking at the whiskey cart in the corner, though. I wanted to make myself an old fashioned.
Yeah, we were there.
I was in Don
yeah.
Draper's
Were
office
you there?
pretty much.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it was good. And there was a fire going in mine. Did you see the fire in my place?
What?
Yeah, I had a little fire pit going in my. Were you there in your head, Foxy? You were.
No, I was so in there that I forgot where you were going with all of that. I knew it was coming, but I was so in there.
Oh, shit. Indy Fuel were nice people the other day. Being serious. Very nice people. I'm very thankful for them. Did you get a chance to meet D in there, Foxy?
I don't think I did.
Who?
They were awesome, though.
D.
I don't know him.
D's nuts.
Yikes. I was trying to get Foxy on D's nuts because
Oh,
he didn't know where I was going. Whenever I said, you turn right, turn left, get a nice quiet room. You had no idea where I was going. I was going to set somebody up to go fuck themselves, for sure.
You would have honestly got me there.
You can't get a D's nuts past me. You can't get a fitness dick in your mouth past me. I'm on those all day.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm like a goalie when it comes
This
to
type
that.
of humor.
I
You're
live for
100%
those.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, I was just about to get you with one. Like, in my head, I was trying to figure out if I could slip one by you. I've had a couple...
Good luck. Good luck. That's the goal of the rest of the podcast.
all right, I'm going to do that for the rest of the podcast. I'm going
right.
to try to slip one in.
Let's go.
Is this like your game? Like, hey, dick slap, it's my game.
It is now.
Not today.
But when we went into that room with the candles and the
Yeah.
hot cocoa, I was just picturing our house that we're moving into. soon.
Yeah, everybody in the office is moving in together, I think. Is that right?
Me, Vibert, Ty, Foxy, and Nick Moroto.
That's a fucking great house.
And 2 dogs and 2 sugar gliders.
Oh, I forgot about the sugar gliders. Those are still alive?
Yeah, we're training them for war. We're going to have them kill the dogs.
Okay, good. This is great. Can't wait for this fucking issue that I'm going to have to deal with.
So if dog cancer doesn't get my dogs, your fucking sugar gliders are going to get them. Great.
What's that, Foxy?
I knew we were living with dogs. I completely forgot about the sugar gliders as well.
Oh, they're way more fun than the dogs.
I'm
I
so
promise.
excited.
Are you, because at Tactical Digs and at Nick Morado are the proud fathers of 2 sugar gliders.
Yeah.
What are their names?
Flew Jackman and I can't remember. Oh, Steve Furwin. I think that's
Which is a
Nick's.
great
I don't
name,
pay
by the
attention
way.
to Nick's.
R.I.P. So does yours know you?
Did you know that was this week?
Yeah.
It was yesterday.
Yes,
wasn't
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin?
Yeah.
Man, what a guy that really changed my outlook on a lot of shit as a kid. I had no clue about any of those animals.
He was and he was the happiest dude in
Oh,
the world, man.
Hey, good day. So happy, man. His kid is the second coming.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he picked up the mantle, didn't he? He's like doing that stuff now.
His kid is what the entire world hoped Steve Irwin's kid would be like after Steve Irwin passed away. All the goddamn crocodile fuckery he did for so long. So a goddamn stingray hops up out of nowhere.
Unbelievable.
That's your terrain. Water's yours, stingray. Stay the fuck in there. Hops into our terrain and kills our Steve Irwin? Are you kidding
It's
me?
an assassin stingray.
It's an ISIS stingray. An ISIS, which I don't know how Australia and ISIS get along. I don't know the issue with them.
I don't think they do.
But he went after the fucking one of the
The goat.
the guy,
Who's the other guy? Hannah.
Jack Hanna.
Hanna.
Didn't like him.
No.
Didn't like Jack
I don't
Hanna.
even think he went. I think he had animals brought to him. He didn't even go in the wild.
Didn't like the way he operated. You know, I thought he was a real smooth gentleman. I'm sure the older crowd very much enjoys him. He's kind of funny, whatever. But my first Aussie that I ever really got to know, him and his wife.
I didn't like her, to be honest.
Terry?
Wasn't
Those
a fan.
bangs.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
What?
I think their dog looked like Val.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, the dog did look like Val, my dog.
Yeah.
Val. I got Steve Irwin's dog.
Yeah, reincarnated.
We like each other so much too. That dog and I. She was my girl's dog. Maybe it's Steve Irwin. Maybe that's what's going on right now. This is crazy. Steve Irwin was the greatest, and he passes away. And then there's a whole generation that doesn't get a chance to experience Steve Irwin. And then whammy, Steve Irwin's kid comes back. Fucking respawn of Steve Irwin. Now that we're in Call of Duty talk. What's that, dude?
What a feel-good story.
Oh, it's so good. So nice. He's going to do well, too. Now, listen, he needs to stay the fuck away from water, though. Let's keep his ass on land. Let's keep Steve Irwin's kid's ass on land.
You said crocodile fuckery. Do you think Steve Irwin's dad was like, God damn it, I want you to be a doctor and you're doing this crocodile fuckery. Get out of my house. You're not my son.
Did you hear about Steve Irwin's CD?
What?
What? No. He has a musical CD?
Yeah, CD's nuts.
God
Cuz.
damn it. I knew I was in once I said CD. And I go, fuck,
Anyways, listen, that was a good time. We like to send you into the weekend in a fantastic fashion. We do something called Friday Bangers, okay? These are songs that either get us in the mood to go have a great time or pull us out of a a tire lull after a long fucking work week. And basically, this is the song that's going to get us into the weekend in a fantastic fashion. You just kicked last week's dick in. Yes, you did. Look at yourself. Did you work great? Probably not. Did you make your boss proud? Absolutely not. But who gives a fuck? You got another week in the books. Let's go enjoy this weekend. Let's get after it right now. Vibbert's going to lead off with his song selection. Vibbert, would you like to talk about this before he plays?
This is just a song you get in the car and you're driving to whatever party you're going to and you're feeling yourself. Maybe you've indulged in a jazz cigarette.
I don't know what this is.
It's cold out, but this song is not cold. It's hot.
Oh, you're saying it's Flame.
Oh, for sure. Give it to us, Dr. Dre. Give it to us.
Dr. Dre's coming in?
Every morning when I wake up, money
This is-
on my mind, go
That's a
time
very
to get
surprising
kicked
you
up.
This is Dr.
Sunshine
Dre?
coming through my blinds, I'm living, but really though, it's never enough. 10 billion.
That's not Dr. Dre.
No, it's Dr. Dre.
That's Dr. Dre like that?
I'm living, but it's never enough. Let's go.
Bus. Living in California, everybody wanna visit for. They come for.
This guy's got $1 billion, by the way. That guy.
These niggas are cute.
Billion,
for that.
guys?
Put it in your grill for that. Still everybody got a build for that. Me, I make meals off that. How the fuck y'all can't see I ride when I drive down the block and you look outside? HATE in your eyes. I enter big money for the enterprise. It's a beautiful.
HATE in your eyes. A little hate in your eyes, cuz. You got a little hate in your heart, Fibs. I can feel it.
Oh, yeah. You got to have that, though. Drives you.
It fuels you.
It fuels the flame.
Jesus. That song was very nice. That was a good song. Jazz cigarette, you said?
Can you fast forward a little bit to Kendrick Lamar's part? He kills.
Yeah, well, how far in?
20 more seconds.
Is this the beginning?
My nigga said he wanna fly out to get him.
Okay. So, break that one down, Vib.
Well, they said a word you should never say.
3 W's only for a 3-day run. Bitch, take the motherfucking pennies off. You ain't none. Shit. I be living in the sky every time I ride by them hoes. Ribbon in the sky on the radio, cause Stevie know I control. Let it breathe, I control. California living till I am old. We want to be on to peak on the charts, so the peons.
He said he's never moving. You heard it in there?
Yep.
California live until I am old. Okay.
I'll be honest, I love Kendrick.
Kendrick is
fan.
very talented. I saw him in Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was one of the most incredible performances I had ever seen. And I don't think I knew who he was beforehand. I'm like, there was this guy. I think Imagine Dragons got like his new member. He's this guy.
He's pretty
He just-
good.
He just ripped the entire song to shreds. And the locker room was like, "That's Kendrick, dude." I'm like, "That's on me."
All right, guys, I'll talk to you
Sounds
later.
like that one's on me. Kendrick Lamar, got it. Let's keep it moving. All right, Tactical Digs.
Yeah.
You sent over some good ones. This first one was on my list for this week, so I'm happy
that.
we are in the
Let's
same spot.
go.
This was a good moment whenever we were in high school. This was a good song whenever we were in high school. Great song, actually.
Oh, yeah.
This song.
Come on.
Evan doesn't know.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, Ma.
Let's slide.
Alright.
We gon' get it on tonight. I smoke. I drink.
Me too. Well, good.
We gon' get hot. Got drops. Got trucks.
Got G's.
Alright. And we gon' take a ride tonight. So much.
What's up?
Let's slide.
All right.
Alright. And we gon' get
Yo,
it on tonight.
now it's downtown clubbing.
Ladies' night.
Seen shorty
Didn't even know what the fuck
She
that
was
meant.
looking right.
Didn't even have a clue. Like, I love that. Like, way back in the day, think about the songs that I was really just fucking murdering on a daily basis. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub, mommy got the ink right. I like that whole thing. Like, I think there was one moment where I was like living in that song at one moment, and I was like, man, when I was like 15 years old, I was just rapping all about this. I had no idea what this was even about.
Yeah.
We were in 9th grade and Get Rich or Die Trying came out. Or I was in 9th, you were in 10th. I think, around there. I think we had no idea what we were talking about.
Just rapping. All right, Diggs, you sent a second one in that I very much enjoy as well.
Yeah, the last few weeks I've been throwing out Lil Wayne because he's my guy. But like
T.I.
people forget that T.I. in high school was also the fucking king.
This is a
West side nigga.
Not gonna say that.
I got 24s on my Escalade strictly because of T.I.'s songs. Just for future.
And then you didn't know why you got pulled over.
It's true. I had some nice 24-inch rims on a Cadillac Escalade driving through Ohio, and I had no clue why I got pulled over with dogs searching my car. True story. Really happened. I didn't understand. I had no clue. I'm like, these fucking assholes, they said they got a tip. And like Todd McComas, the first time he heard the story, ex-cop was like, so let me get this straight, Pat. You were driving with 24s? And Diggs was like, in an Escalade? Yeah. And then tinted windows? Yeah. And you're like, you don't even get it, do you? I was like, no. I got profiled.
Yes, you did.
Absolutely.
Like I got profiled 1,000%. There was like 3 undercover cars behind me, like cops stacked up, like boom, 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 with a fucking dog that circled the thing. And they were like, we got a tip that a black SUV was coming through here with guns and drugs. I'm like, well, they're probably going by right fucking now. Because I'm just going home because I was suspended for getting arrested last week. Oh, excuse me, sir? Oh, yeah. Swimming, allegedly. Jail time. Yeah. Get off my dick. Anyways, go ahead, Vips.
When they saw that you got arrested, did they like reach for their gun?
Oh, they were so excited.
Yeah.
I saw like I was sitting outside the car at this point. I was sitting on the ground in between the 2 cars.
Cuffed?
I don't remember if they had me cuffed. I wanted to put when I started telling the story, I put my hands behind my back because I thought I was sitting like that, but I'm not sure if they had me cuffed or just sitting down.
Right.
I was just sitting down on the side of 70 in between a Escalade with 24s and 3 undercover cop cars with a K9 in there as well. So just a full situation. It was where are you going? Where are you going? They said, right? This always seems to be the question the cops are asking.
They always
Where are
wanna
you?
know.
Why do you want to know where I'm going? Listen, I'm going a lot of places. All right. I got hopefully heaven one day. How about that, officer? Where are you going? Hopefully fucking heaven. Where are you going? Home. Where do you live? Indianapolis. So I thought you were going home. Why are you going east? Oh, I'm from Pittsburgh. Why are you going to Pittsburgh? Well, that's where I'm from. That's my home. What are you going back there for? Well, I got suspended. I'm not allowed to work. Where do you work? Indianapolis. I just told you that. Then they go, what'd you get suspended for? I was like, because I got arrested. Like I was even like fucking with them.
Yeah.
Because I got arrested. And you see like their eyes all perk up, right? Like this is the
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. We were right. We were right. And they were like, for what? And I was like, an alleged incident where I was intoxicated publicly, definitely. And they fucking go, what do you do? I was like, I played for the Colts. And they're like, so you played for the Colts and you got arrested for being publicly intoxicated? I said, yeah. They're like, if you were a Buckeye, we were just took you home. I'm like, well, where the fuck were you last week? And I'm not a Buckeye, right? Not happy. And they're like, all right, if your story checks out, we'll let you go. I'm like, you can literally just Google it right now, sir, if you wanted to. And he went back into his car, did a little ding, 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 and came back. It was like, shame you're not a Buckeye. I'm like, thanks. They're like, do you want an escort out of the county, they asked me? I was like, no, just leave me alone. I've had enough cop run-ins in the last 7 days than I ever need in my life. Just leave me alone. They're like, you got it. Good luck, man. That's hilarious.
Ohio, football state. Was
Football
willing
state.
to give you an escort out of the county.
Out of the county. And if you were a Buckeye, we would have drove you home. So who knows, by the way, what's going on with the Ohio State Buckeye football team. Those kids are probably...
Anything and everything. Was it like that down in Morgantown?
No. We had cops that had egos. They loved that shit. Because
Yeah.
West Virginia had a bad reputation at that for partying. So any cop that made an arrest for the good was viewed as like a hero, you know? So it was like they were very lenient, but if they knew any football players involved, they were definitely getting... I got a speeding ticket in the stadium
Yep, you told me.
parking lot. In the stadium parking lot. I got a speeding ticket.
On your scooter?
On your scooter?
Yeah, I was driving to practice. They had it was a 25 mile an hour speed limit right before you turn into our stadium. It was like an up and down, and they always sat, but I was late. And I was rolling. I was at like 34 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour on that scooter, feeling good. Rolling. Cop pulls out behind me. I turn left into the football stadium. Literally, it's right there. And he comes up to me, and he goes, you know why I pulled you over? I was like, yeah, was I speeding? I don't really have a good speedometer on it. It's broken. This speedometer is broken. He said, you were going 34 miles an hour. And I said, I don't believe it. I didn't know that this could go 34 miles an hour, but I appreciate that. He was like, I have to write you up for that. I was like, I'm literally just trying to get to practice. Like, this practice is starting in 22 minutes, and I have to be in there. And he was like, well, I'll let you go whenever we're done, but maybe you hand over your license or whatever. And he wrote me a ticket. I got a speeding ticket on a fucking scooter in the parking lot of the West Virginia while playing for WVU. And I don't expect preferential treatment. I don't. But man, isn't it just like, hey, maybe this kid on the scooter with a broken speedometer is just trying to get to work. You know, maybe this guy's just trying to get to fucking work so he can kick balls better for the whole fucking community. Instead, I got a fucking $150 fine.
I got lucky then. I think I got a lenient cop down there. It was our freshman year of college, and we went down to visit Morgantown, probably like 10, 15 of us. And I was at Club Z.
Listen, plenty of my life has been washed away at Club Z.
Club Z.
I had done, it was like where everyone, you could get in with a library card. We were 18, we got in.
Yep, the owner of the place actually ended up doing a lot of time in jail for running a very large drug ring across the Midwest.
They had a really nice late night buffet there too. It was awesome.
Place is very nice. I'm telling you, these drug dealers were really doing well.
Your boy did one too many SoCo and limes, and I may have thrown up in the bathroom there. Yeah, I haven't had one since. And I got kicked out, and I was sitting on the curb.
Yeah, the Club Z is a big SoCo and lime place because I've told plenty of stories about how I've done my SoCo and lime run.
Yeah, I've never had one since.
Yep.
Can anyone
18-year-olds haven't done one in 11 years.
You get a wristband. You can't drink if you have a wristband.
just take it off?
Yeah. Okay. But when the ABC rolls up in there, you got like a 10-minute heads up from like the DJ. The DJ will hit like a
liquor control board.
And everybody, you just see like the whole place just like, we're out of here. And then you got like the real old creepy fucks that were really of age in there, just hanging out like, oh, we got a bar to ourselves. And then the ABC would show up and then they'd leave. But that guy went to jail.
Yeah, but I got kicked out and I was sitting on the curb and a cop came up and my buddies were saying, they were like, is he all right? And they were like, yeah, we're going to take him back to the dorm right now. And then I threw up on the cop's shoes. And they were like, get
the
him.
most casual. Yeah. Then I puked on the cop's shoes.
And they said, get him the fuck out of here. And if he pukes on the bus or whatever that takes you back to the dorms, we're going to arrest him and take him to, which was like an hour away to the jail or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like not the campus jail, like the jail.
I've had to pick up a couple friends down at that campus jail.
So I got lucky and got a lenient cop in West Virginia.
That's awesome. This is a great song, though, by the way.
Riding in a Chevy 4 on the seat with a quarter old blow, get low to see. No tag, no license.
T.I. is so good.
Right foot to the ND, what we know what it be. They pull us over, you think I'm stopping, you must be fucking with me. If they don't wanna die tonight, they best stop fucking with me. I'ma pull
Ty
over
Schmidt,
and pour
blogger,
my cousin.
got in on the action and said, hey, play a throwback.
The blind stares of a million pairs of eyes, looking hard but won't realize that they will never see the P.
Ty's got an old soul.
Yeah, like a 90-year-old knees, too. Got some old-ass knees, Ty. This is Can't See Me by the
Give me my
Tupac.
money in stacks and lace my bitches with non-figures. Real niggas' fingers on nickel-plated non-triggers. Must see my enemies defeated. I catch them while they coked up and weeded. Open fire, now them niggas bleeding. See me in flesh and test and get your chest blown. Straight out the west, don't get blown. My adversaries
The Foxy one said, hey, I got a song, too.
Listen to this track, bitch.
You just called the Uber, you're getting ready to go to the bar with your boys, and you click this song, you are ready.
Hey, he was screaming into the microphone back there. He was ready to. You were ready to go out right there.
It's about to drop. And you pause it.
Oh, is that right? I've never heard this song, Evan. This is a banger. All that in OG. Ken Wale B. Lil Roscoe Ski. long hair, she don't care. When she wants, she gets this. Brown skin or a yellow ball. DJ, this my favorite song, so I'ma make it thunderstorm. Blow it, want it, flop it, hell. Blow it, fuck it, I don't care. What a song. That is a great fucking
One thing
song.
I love about that song, I saw a video of them doing the Waka Flocka like behind the scenes, and he's just sitting there in the mic, and in the background you hear the bow, bow, bow. And he sits there for like a full minute and just does that.
Yeah,
until
sound
they get it
effects.
right.
Hey, that's called ad-libbing. Just for future reference, I have been a part of a group that has made a rap song go to a N#1 on an iTunes chart, and the producer told us 4 to 5 different times to ad-lib, which is exactly how Sean Latham's entire part of RIPC in Japan came to be. Because he was supposed to just scream in the middle of things, be like, for the fishes! And instead he said, plankton!
Stand up!
What a plankton! We're like, I think that's the second verse. Maybe we just give you a verse, cuz.
On Halloween, we went to a Waka Flocka concert, and it took me 40 minutes into the concert to realize we were at a Waka Flocka concert.
No, it was the DJ. It was the Lit Gods. No, the
Dope name.
That is.
I think that might be their name. It's like the Turn Up God. They called themselves the Turn Up Gods, and it's him and his friend, and they just play DJ, which means they jump on a stage screaming with a microphone.
Waka was?
Yes.
When I went to Vegas, Jermaine Dupri did that. We went to a club and
Such
Jermaine
a
Dupri
good
was
hustle.
the DJ.
Snoop Dogg does it here.
They don't
Such
perform,
a
they just
good
DJ.
hustle. Listen, we can be on a stage, get paid for it, and not do anything that we do. Waka Flocka didn't even sing his own song. He didn't. Well, that song came on twice through the night, and he didn't even sing it once. Not even once did he even think to attend it. Now we're rolling. Now is the time. First of all, yeah, let's do this right now. Should I do Lock It Up first and then get into my bangers? Yeah, we should do that. I did some research this week. I'm excited for the list that I'm about to pop into your fucking brains right now. I want to let you know. But the Lock It Up segment that has been sweeping the globe, people have been making very little amounts of money on these locks. People love to hear them, is now sponsored. Bam, 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 bam. That's a lie. They did not sponsor it. They have no idea that they're officially sponsoring this. MyBookie. Holiday cash, you need it, and I know where to get it. MyBookie is the place to score serious cash on your sports predictions. Believe it or not, the holidays are just around the corner. Can you believe it, Diggs?
I can't believe it.
And while that means plenty of parties, gifts, and spending, it also means there's lots of football, basketball, and hockey games you can win and score big on every single day. Man up and play like the pros on game day. Or woman up and play like the pros do on game day. Yes. You can play the money line, side, or total. MyBookie is your hookup for all your betting needs and offers super fast payouts when you win.
Why wouldn't you?
You win now, you get that money now. You win now, you get your money at a rapid rate. Super fast payouts. Where you bet is just as important as who you're betting on. And if you want to make money betting the games, you got to go to mybookie.ag. They're the only site I recommend. I trust them, but you don't have to take my word for it. Check them out yourself. They have odds on every matchup and a mobile site that makes wagering on your smartphone a
Wind chimes, wind chimes, wind chimes.
How's a bird?
Wind chimes.
Storm's coming in, Martha. I don't know.
A breeze. A breeze. They have a brand new mobile site that will make wagering on your smartphone a breeze. Join now and MyBookie will match your deposit up to 50% bonus. Use promo code McAfee to activate the offer. That's M as in meteor, C as in cherry, A as in apple, F as in fuck, E as in electric, E as in electric to activate the offer. Visit mybookie.ag, mybookie.ag. Ooh.
Bless you.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome.
That just popped up out of nowhere, though. Like, that really, I don't even know. I was mid-sentence and a burp just forced its way out. I don't know if that means I'm
like it
healthy
happens to
or
you a lot.
incredibly unhealthy.
What have you eaten today?
You know what? I had some fruit. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
Beef jerky.
Maybe it's that. Yeah.
I've heard beef jerky's healthy, by the way.
It is. It's very lean. It's a lean meat.
I eat a lot of it, so I'm hoping it's going to work out.
Ooh.
Oh.
There's a room in our basement that's just all concrete, jerky room.
Yes.
Oh, wine cellar, some would say, but you went with meat. I like that.
Not to be
I like
confused with the
that.
jerking room.
There's one of those I bet in here.
My bedroom. My bedroom.
Speaking of his bedroom, he plays at one place and one place only, mybookie.ag, mybookie.ag today. You play, you win, you get paid. Use promo code McAfee. MyBookie, leading right into Lock It Up, my Lock It Up picks of the week. This is my, I feel like I'm doing pretty well, actually. I've been winning people money if you bet proportionately, accurately on kinda lock and then super duper lock. My super duper locks have not missed, by the way. And I bet gigantic. I didn't know New England's over-under last week was 24.5. That was my incredible stupid lock. Anyways, let's go. These are my 3 games I picked. Go ahead and put money on it, and you're going to get rich for the holiday season. Your dick gets bigger whenever your money is bigger. I've learned that, actually. I once had a... Let's go. Forget it.
All right, the first one we got is Eagles -3.5 at Dallas. Keep in mind, Zeke is officially suspended now. No Zeke.
And Sean Lee's hurt too. Let's go ahead and triple duper lock Philadelphia Eagles covering that. That team is going to win the fucking Super Bowl, that team. Yep.
I have a fun little fact.
Yep.
Playoffs, my senior year, Sean Lee gave me a concussion.
Fun little fact. Sean Lee, whenever I was 14, got into a fight with me at soccer practice whenever I played for Beedling. We scrimmaged against his Beedling team. It was an older Beedling team. And it wasn't a fight. It was a skirmish. Skirmish. A little skirmish.
You think he took me out because he knew we were friends?
No, we're friends since then. We became real good friends since then. The skirmish, he respected. I was a younger kid that got into it with him. I think, and he's a meathead, obviously.
Yeah.
He very much appreciated it. Directly afterwards, we were friends. He said, McAfee, I like you or something. I was like, hey, I like you too, man. I don't know who the fuck you are, but he's a good guy.
He's a Pittsburgh guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know
Played
that.
soccer. Was a really good soccer player. His brother kicked for Pitt, actually. Connor Lee. Good friend of mine,
He's really
too.
good at everything.
Sean Lee is a very athletic human being. It sucks he gets hurt. It absolutely sucks he gets hurt. But it feels like whenever you're such an elite talent, there's the chance of you getting hurt is at a much higher rate. Odell Beckham Jr., Bob Sanders back in the day is like a prime example of this. Basically, any player that is a Gronk, there you go. A game-changing athlete, game-changing player. Except for like Tom Brady, though. That motherfucker seems to be healthy because all that weird-ass shit he does.
Avocado ice cream.
Which is the milk and the fruit coming
Wow.
together. Yeah. That's what Tom
Holy
Brady does. That's what Tom Brady
Mind-blowing.
Anyways, next one.
We got Rams at Vikes. Vikes are 2.5-point favorites. Little fun anecdote here. Greg Olsen is going to be in the booth for this game.
Yeah, this is the Vikings guy who was all pissed off about this, right? By the way.
Yeah, I thought it would give them Carolina an unfair advantage later on in the year.
Okay, so if he doesn't think Greg Olsen's going to learn from film anything that he would learn from watching film in the media, that doesn't make any sense. All the information that a media person has, except for personal interviews, which you can only give up whatever you want, or getting into practice and watching practice, you can learn from film. People break down film in such an incredible... People know, if Bill Belichick on that fucking do your job thing, he was like, we were noticing that Julio wasn't planning as hard on his right foot in his routes in the second half. We thought he might have a lingering issue that they didn't put on the medical report. I'm like, that's the type of film study that happens. I don't think that Vikings owner knows that, but there's a motherfucker in every office that's studying film, trying to find the little tiny things. There ain't nothing. Greg Olsen, who's handsome, who's incredibly funny, was in my retirement press conference. He's a good guy. He was on my show, but the interview was so short we didn't get to run it. He's a good guy. I don't think he's going to learn anything from calling it. And by the way, whenever Greg Olsen retires, he might take over the world. He's going to be the next Rock. I think Greg Olsen might be the Rock. I think he might be the next Rock. That's right.
Big shoes.
But I think he can just go ahead and step right in them and then maybe even past them. Greg Olsen he's it. Incredible athlete. He's like one of the best tight ends in the history of the game. If Gronk wasn't so successful, Greg Olsen would be. I don't want to say he's Phil Mickelson, because Phil Mickelson never had better stats than Tiger. There's been plenty of years Greg Olsen has better stats than Gronk, and it doesn't matter because Gronk is just an elite game changer.
When the Panthers were on Monday Night Football last week against the Dolphins, Gruden said he's the best tight end in the game.
He's incredible. He's incredible. Gronk is a game changer, though. I mean, that's what he is. Yeah. But Greg Olsen, whenever he wants to take over the world, he's going to go ahead and do that. He's going to do that. But I got the Rams for sure. That team, so good. Plus, I saw a video today of the audibles that Jared Goff has, And he says like Tupac, Obama, things like that. Pep Hamilton, who was our coach he came from Stanford with luck, and then now he's at Michigan, I think, as a quarterback coach. He used to do Tupac and Biggie, which means the runs are to the left, and then like West Coast rapper,
Right.
and then West Coast, East Coast. Biggie was right, Tupac was left, and then there would be like I think he said Ric Flair, which I'm not sure, but if I was to guess, it would be you because it's always the first thing you think of when you think of the person. So it's like woo, right? Is probably what you think. I wouldn't be surprised if the O in woo is a symbol for something or a W is something. I have no idea. Those things are like so basic, but they can go so many different directions. Like I was a part of a meeting where Peyton was trying to find hand symbols or signals for people, and they were like I got to ask. He was like, Pat, what's the first thing you think of whenever bang, you said one word? It was like a go or something. And I was like, I just did like a run, right? I was like that's what I was thinking. And like 3 weeks later, it was a preseason game. I saw like a gun and I was like, bro, is that go? And he was like, no, you fucking idiot. It was for run. He didn't call me an idiot, but it was like I saw like dig is like a fucking like there's like so obvious something. That's why Richard Sherman dusted Peyton Manning that year in the Super Bowl. That whole Seattle team,
yes,
they caught all the signals, so they learned them all. They realized them all somehow because they're so smart and they have 2 weeks to study film, and they figured them out. And it's if you get 3 DBs to figure it out, your whole defense game's changed.
When you're taking that much Adderall, you can focus.
Denver -3.5. I'll never forget that game.
You got fucked?
No, I took the Seahawks, and I was the most happy I've ever been in my life.
I felt bad.
I was in New York for that Super Bowl. It was awesome.
I want to pay old Peyton to win it. I wanted OP to win it.
He got one.
Those meetings where they're trying to figure out the hand signals, very funny. Anyways, next one.
The last one we got here is Jacksonville -7.5 at the dumpster fire that is Cleveland.
I appreciate that.
Cleveland keeps it within 7.5, though. It's going to be cold and miserable in Cleveland. Jacksonville's a running team, so it shouldn't affect them much, but it's going to be an ugly fucking game. Ugly game. Cleveland keeps it. This is my kinda. This is my Cleveland keeps it close. That's what I think.
I couldn't be more proud of you. Like
What?
this is one of those where most people look at the records and they're like, oh, Jacksonville's easily going to cover 7. But this is you being a real gambler now.
This is me trying to win real money. Yeah, this is me trying.
8 weeks ago, Pat would have taken the Jags.
MyBookie.ag. They pay out so fast. I'm like, I want this cash because I can have a good time. I report it all. Obviously, I do this through legal gambling sites in Nevada.
Yeah.
I travel to Nevada every weekend. It's just what I do. It's just how I do it. Anyways, let's get to the fucking weekend. Those are your locks brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Is that 3 of them, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. We got the Philadelphia Eagles super duper triple quadruple lock right there. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and put that one spot on. LA Rams for sure, and Cleveland's going to keep it close. All right, let's fucking get into this. I'm going to send you into the weekend, and then I got to go to an event. We're going to have a great time. And I really do believe that there is no better song to turn on at the beginning of a party when it's just your group before everybody else gets there or before you get elsewhere. And just have this in your mindset. Okay?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah. So you're saying to each other, hey, boys, tonight's the night we really change it all for us. Tonight's the night we live how we were born to live. Nobody's gonna fuck up. Everybody's gonna have a blast. We're gonna own the bar. And we're gonna be off and running. The whole place is going crazy. You're in a car, probably maybe driving somewhere. The car next to you is like, what are you guys doing over there? And you're like, then you can keep it going and just roll right into this.
I still hear your voice when you sleep next to me. I still feel your touch in my dreams.
Want to take this ecstasy?
Are those dog treats?
Yeah, they're just cut up dog treats.
But I don't know why. Without you, it's hard to survive. 'Cause
My girlfriend hates it.
Can't you feel my heart
Hates it.
beat fast? I want this to last.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Cause every time we touch, I feel the static. And every time we kiss,
Banger.
I reach for the
Banger.
sky. Can't you hear my
So now you're walking in with the right mindset. You're on fire. What? We're going to win tonight? Yeah, we are. And tomorrow. This is. Go ahead. You can't lose. You're the greatest. You are the greatest ever. And no matter what they say.
It's special what's happening to all my soldiers over there.
This is T.I. again. The only reason why I hit play on this is from our previous discussion. He's so small, shorter than the Vips.
I love his random shout out to the troops.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the troops, man. Like, all right, yeah.
Rick Ross has one. This is for the soldiers overseas, like just out of nowhere, just a rhyme out of nowhere. Like, oh, hey, thanks. I wonder if the troops were like, hey, thanks, T. Get to it.
Gonna go far, 'cause everyone knows who you are. So live your life. You steady chasing that big bar, just live your life.
Great song. Great song.
Got no time for no haters, just live
Maybe
your
you can
life.
put this one in there too, in the same. This girl flipped off the world at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This girl. Never heard of her again.
Patriots lost.
If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper.
Just wait for it. I gotta hold dance to
If you
this.
catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you
Let me
come
remember.
around here,
Yeah.
I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait.
You gotta wait for the.
Sometimes I think sitting
Let's
on
go.
planes. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. Sometimes I think sitting on
What was
trains.
that?
Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game.
Recoil on
Everyone's a
that bad
winner,
boy.
we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name.
All I wanna do is. You gotta get the cash register, cuz. Hey, get it.
That's the cash register from Home Alone. The toy
It's like a
chest.
slot machine.
That's Duncan's toy chest.
Yeah, it's a slot machine cash register. I found this one in the car ride today coming home from being a goalie at hockey. Accidentally came on. Trying to make a car in front of me get the fuck out of the way.
Here we come, ho. Here we come. Here we come, ho. Here we come. Move, bitch, get out the way, ho. Fuck that shit, get out the way, ho. Move, bitch, get out the way, ho. Fuck that shit, get out the way, ho.
A little aggressive for the 90-year-old lady at the state fair, but I really it got me going.
Ludacris would be upset that you went with that song instead of his.
I went for his song. I went for his song originally, and I accidentally, my thumb, because I got a cracked
Yeah,
screen.
yeah, you do.
I got a cracked screen this
Yeah.
week. R.I.P. Good screen. Fuck. It's a nightmare, by the
It's
way.
a nightmare.
When we do this segment, we sound like friends trying to talk in the club.
True. But anyways, I meant to click on the Luda's version, and that's Luda and Little John and the East Side Boys.
Luda dang thing.
Bia, you know. Anyways, we're back in the game now. You're really feeling good. Oh boy.
Bless you.
Oh boy, that was deep, man. It's happening. It's beef jerky, you said?
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
It's not the
Fuck.
fruit.
Gives people acid reflux.
Who?
Yeah, it does.
Beef jerky does.
Why is that spelled REFLUX?
Because I think a lot of people pronounce it acid reflux.
It's a gangster way to spell it as well.
Is that how you spell it, though?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And why do you say reflex then?
I don't know.
Just get yourself some Tums. Oh shit, no free ads. Get yourself some chalky tablets that you chew and it makes your stomach feel better.
This is David Jeremiah. And today's
go.
controversy is coming from yet another member. Hey, yo, so should I say member?
You had a lot.
Pablo.
Not yet.
A new
Not
artist
yet.
signed under Jive.
It's a good song.
Out of PA. And it's
on the front porch.
Oh, all white beaters. I think do-rags are on.
We're gonna stand by.
Lay your shirt up.
Spinning like a helicopter. Come on and raise up. This one for you. This one for who? Us.
This is a little bit more of an angry streak here.
What I'm about to go on here. Okay.
This is a good one. This is a good song.
Okay.
Like, this song will get anybody. By the way, I think I'm becoming a DJ because my head nods are reminding me of other songs I should be playing. I don't give a fuck. Hey, boss, I don't give a fuck. So angry in the studio. Dude, when they wrote that song, they were so mad. Like, so many people were coming after
What
that.
an age of rap. They were just angry at everything.
Bro.
Yeah.
This was on a previous Friday banger, but I want to let you know that it has not
Only
stopped
thing you
playing
need
in
to
my
do
life
right here
since then.
is nod your
Still
fucking
better
head.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. Break your fucking neck, bitches.
With a straight face.
Yeah. Here we go now. Here we going now.
If you think you're going to make it out of this song without breaking your fucking neck, you are wrong, fucking bitches.
Going now.
What he said.
Give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Just give it away, nigga. Yeah, here we go now. Tell me what you really wanna do. Come here, man. Talk to a nigga, talk to me. You look like you can really give it to a nigga from the way you're talking and when you try to walk for me.
Imagine if you had to play like Karaoke Hero, like Guitar Hero, where you got to hit the fucking notes. Imagine having to do that with that motherfucker. Can't.
Or caption one of his videos.
Evan,
Next
Foxy,
time Evan draws a dick
Foxy.
on your desk, make him caption a Busta Rhymes
Hey,
song.
Foxy, how's the captioning going, by
You
the
know
way?
what? I'm sure there's a guy named Reed out there that's going to comment on that video and say, I want captions because I'm in class and I can't watch the video without reading the captions. Thank you, Reed.
I love how everyone in this office there's something that triggers them by someone on the internet, and for Evan, it's that.
Reed. It was Reed.
For us, it's people asking us why we're not on Google Play anymore.
Yeah, because we don't fucking know.
We don't
didn't-
fucking know.
When we got on Google Play, we had no idea how it happened. What are we doing? We don't know. Do I look like a fucking tech person? I am not. Anyways, Evan, Foxy and I were having a conversation, about the captioning of videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, man, I think a lot of stats say that if you caption videos, it's a much higher percentage of having people watch your video, Evan. And he goes, all right, I'll do the first 30 seconds and then I go to sound. I'm like, first minute probably get them over in the first minute. So we came to a truce on 45 seconds.
Oh, I like that.
Came to a truce.
You're a very
Middle ground.
reasonable guy.
I think so. Like, hey, listen, let's get a win-win here. First video he does for me after this conversation, 30 seconds. And Reed comments, first comment is, could you caption the whole video so I can watch it? And it was just like a perfect timing thing where I just fucking screenshotted it, went right over to the Foxy. I said, hey, Foxy, Reed's on my team, bro. Reed's on my team.
So I want everyone to remember when they're watching a video that Pat posts, every single word he says, I have to listen to, type out, and whether it's 2 minutes long or 10 minutes long. So that Palamalu video, yeah.
Also, Reed,
By the way,
maybe get your degree, pay attention in class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Come on, Reed.
no, Reed, don't do that. You keep watching our videos. But
Spending 20 grand a
as-
year to.
now,
watch
Evan, I will
YouTube
say this,
videos.
though. You do an incredible job on those videos.
Thank you.
And it is very tasking on you. I completely know that.
And as long as everyone's giving a likey like and a share share, I will continue to do that.
Okay. I played this yesterday.
Oh, you didn't think we can do it again?
We didn't think you were ever getting to it.
Kanye West. From Pope Pippin to poppin' tags. From champions to slow jamming. Oh, baby, we can even make you an overnight celebrity. Know what I'm saying? Come on.
Play something these hoes are like. Try whips, I know they like. Twister, you told her right. Make you a celebrity overnight. Give you ice like Kobe, right? We sorta like Goldie, right? The way we mold them, right? Make you a celebrity overnight.
Girl, I see you in the lap about them jeans. Chinchilla on your
What a
back, I wanna
song.
know your name.
What a song. All right. Well, I'm going to send you in to the weekend with probably my favorite pick from the last 2 weeks for Bangers Fridays. It's an incredible song. You're going to enjoy it. And after about 30 seconds of it, it'll stop. And then a conversation with the dude who refused to say, I see dead people.
Do you know Vibbert is one of his biggest fans of all time?
Love.
He was super cool. I'm being serious when I say this. He was a really cool conversation. People are going to very much enjoy this conversation. Refused to say, I see dead people. Just wouldn't do it.
Did he just like laugh and go, no, man, I'm good?
He said he retired it.
Oh.
Hey, I want to let you know, I fucking put that one to bed, cuz.
I took a picture of him, 6-year-old him, in to get my hair cut one time. And I was like, can you make me look like this? And the lady was like, absolutely.
That's kind of creepy.
A little bit, but hey, Haley Joel Osment slayed back in the day.
Dude, he's 25 years. You're going to learn so much about him in this conversation. He's been in the business for 25 years. There's been a lot of shit happening in Hollywood that I asked him about. You'll enjoy that conversation.
Yeah.
A lot of shit. And what the future of Hollywood is. Interesting answer from him. And I let him know, too. I want to let you know. You're going to want to check this out. I let him know that because I ain't never seen that Sixth Sense thing, whatever that is.
that thing.
I ain't never seen that movie. I don't watch scary movies, never did. My dad didn't like them. Nobody liked them. I ain't never watched that movie, but I knew him from I See Dead People, right? I knew that, but I didn't know the movie. So my only knowing of Haley Joel Osment, the only time he came into my world was in the movie Entourage, because that was my world, Entourage. And he was a douchebag in that movie. And I let him know that it was very hard for me to not hate him for what he was doing in that movie. I didn't like the way he acted. But then that's where you got to be a professional, Pat, and separate. He's just an actor. And it was a rough situation in there, Vibs. Mm-hmm. It was a rough situation for me. But it's a good conversation. You're going to enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And I think you're going to enjoy this good night banger into your weekend. From @Ty Schmidt, from @Evan Foxy, @the Jeff Vibbert, @Tactical Digs. Everybody else at Heartland Radio, which is on Monday and Wednesday, @Sean Latham's birthday week. Tim McAfee stopped in here this week. That was a really cool conversation. I hope you got a chance to listen to that yesterday. And on the way out, we'll make 2 of the people in this room very happy with this. Cheers. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for listening.
Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the Lord. Lawman is putting into my running, and I'm so far from my home. Oh, mama, I can hear you a crying. You're so scared and all alone.
Because that's what the Steelers came out to when they won the Super Bowl.
Hangman is coming down from the gallows, and I don't have very long. Yeah!
Have a great weekend.
It finally found me. Renegade, you had it made. Street war about me. Never more you go astray. This will be the end today of the warning man. Oh, mama, I've been here on the line and had a...
Joining me now via Skype is a man who is a legit superstar ever since he was a child. Like one of the most famous children in the history of Hollywood, in the famous, probably of Earth. He was in Entourage, which is where I found him. He had a Sixth Sense. And now he's going to be in a movie that is coming out today called Almost Friends, where he plays a friend of a young chef who falls on some tough times. They have a great time. It's a comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the biggest named human to ever come on this show. Haley Joel Osment.
How's it going, man?
All right, let's talk about this. Everybody knows you from Sixth Sense, right? Everybody.
I guess so, yeah.
I've only seen you in Entourage, and God, I fucking hated you in Entourage. And I think
That's good.
and that was the purpose of your character, I think.
That's right, yeah. He ended up being the villain in that one.
Ah, that's hilarious. This new movie coming out, Almost Friends. What's it about? How do you enjoy the role you played? Is it a good time? Let's get into it.
Yeah, it's a terrific cast. It was written, directed by Jake Goldberger, and Freddie Highmore is the main character. Who was this promising, aspiring chef who, because of family problems, sort of has fallen into a rut in his hometown, and sort of relies on the relationship he starts with this girl played by Adea Rush, and the relationships with his other friends in town to sort of get going in the direction he should be going.
That's awesome. I can't wait to watch it. They sent me a preview link, but it didn't work. So I didn't get a chance to see it. So I will go buy a ticket to this because you came on this show, which is so nice of you. It is my job to support you. So I cannot wait to go see Almost Friends, which comes out today, I believe. Yeah, 17th, which is today. Comes out today. And I think, so let's talk about this. You were a child actor that was super famous, had a gigantic role. What was your life like whenever you were in your teenage years? When kids are trying to figure out their life, right? I was worried about, I had acne issues. I was a little pudgy, all these things. You were a superstar. Everything you were doing. Well, how different was your life compared to the regular person, I'd assume?
Things were pretty normal for me because when I would do films and stuff like that, it would normally be over the summer. So the majority of the year, I'd just be in school. And I was able to...
Public school? Private school?
Yeah, public school up until 7th grade. And then I went to a school that was 7 through 12 in California. And had most of the same class from grade 7 to grade 12. And then going to NYU, it was a pretty small program there. So it was just a sort of a consistent group of people and a pretty normal life offset.
You were as a child, you were an incredible actor. Like, I assume that there's a lot of parents, there's a lot of skits in comedy that go around about like how humans will offer up their babies to act if they're going to make any money. But you were like an incredible actor ever since the beginning. Do you still very much enjoy doing it? Do you still practice? Do you still do you have the same method as when you were a kid? Like you're arguably one of the longest, greatest actors of all time since you were a little child. That's something to really hang your hat on. You should. When you were a kid, how difficult was it for you to really be an incredible actor? Were you a natural? Were you gifted?
My dad studied theater in college, and he was with me on set most of the time, so I had a really good foundation with studying scripts and rehearsing and all of that. But it's fun because having started so early, now I've been working for like literally 25 years, so it's different when you're a kid, and it's not the same as working as an adult. So, but it's something like being a musician where you can work on it over your whole life and just build on each thing. And each project that I do, I try and take, apply the same seriousness to it as I did from the beginning.
Do you write now, or do you only act?
Yeah, I did. That was one of the things I got to do at NYU. Got to do some directing and some writing, and I'm hoping that that's the next step right now. It's a really fun time for getting things off the ground with these streaming services. There's a lot more opportunities for getting shows made right now. So a lot of the adjustment process was I used to write a lot of things aimed for movies, and now I'm trying to write more series ideas because it's sort of easier to get those made at this point.
That's fantastic. What is your writing method? You get real high? Haley, you get real high. Haley, you get real...
I can't work that way. I'm impressed because I know a lot of people who can, but no, I can't function that way. But I kind of enjoy the editing more than the first draft. The first draft is always really hard to get out. And then once I'm there, I really enjoy cutting things down and that's sort of part of the process. So I guess I just need a writing partner who's really good at blurting out the first draft.
I respect that a lot. And anytime you need me, Haley, I'm right here in Indianapolis. I have no clue about any of it. 25 years in show business. Right now, Hollywood's getting like all-out attacks for like the old guard of what Hollywood is. What is the future of Hollywood, you see? You've been in there for 25 years. What's the future of the business?
Well, we're seeing important social changes right now because, as you know, we've seen in a lot of industries, there's just a sort of unsafe, predatory environment. So hopefully that is changing for the better with all this information that's coming out. But it's an industry that was already changing in other ways, too, and it's sort of hard to predict the future. I mean, my union in its negotiations has been trying to figure out a way to sort of create a fair deal for actors with all the digital stuff right now with residuals and things like that. And a lot of people who work moderately need the residual things to sort of make a living. So we're struggling with technology at the same time as it's offering more opportunities for more shows to get made.
Oh, that's a fucking incredible. That was one of the smartest answers I've ever heard in my entire life. Do you live in LA? You said you went to NYU. Do you live out in California now?
I'm here a lot. When I moved to New York in 2006 for college, I stayed for about 10 years straight. I just love it out there. I still have a place out there. But it's, you know, the movie business, pretty much everything starts in Los Angeles. So I'm here quite a bit.
Do you eat?
And my family's out here too.
What's your favorite pizza in New York? Do you like New York pizza?
I do, yeah. And
Goodness.
there's so many great different types. I mean, you got Lombardi's and
Listen.
Joe's Pizza in the Village is really great too. So, but it's great because you can just walk into any old place in Brooklyn and Manhattan or whatever, and you're gonna get something good.
Listen to you. You've been a superstar for 25 years, and you're just one of the most normal dudes on it. Where do you live at in LA?
I live in Pasadena.
I have no idea. That's where the.
It's a little north of Los Angeles.
That's where the football.
Where the Rose Bowl is. Yeah.
Are you a big football fan?
I am. Yeah.
Who's your
It's been
team?
a tough year. There was no team in LA when I was growing up, so when I moved to New York, I became a Giants fan.
Oh.
We had a lot of great years, and now it's the hard time.
Now you're living life like a Browns fan all of a sudden.
Oh man! Well, I had never seen a game where the entire receiver corps goes down in like 10 minutes for the season. Where you like Shepard, ODB, Brandon Marshall, everyone just went down, and you're like, oh, we have no one to throw to anymore immediately. So that was kind of a.
Oh, good. Our season's over.
Yeah, and we weren't really known for a running game before then, so it's been a struggle.
You like McAdoo? You like his hair? You like what he does?
It's hard because last year was so great, and there were a lot of great. Our defense has been awesome and was really great last year. So it's hard to reconcile that with this year, and to see it clearly through the losses of all of our big stars. Like if you don't have your receivers, you're not really going to have much of a chance. So I'm not sure. I think we're coming to the end of the Eli period. So I think there's going to be a big transition ahead, and they're a major market team, so hopefully it can be a quick transition.
Listen to that breakdown of football right there. Out of the Sixth Sense. That's from the Sixth Sense right there.
It's funny. I remember I went to a Monday Night Football game, and we were shooting that movie in 1998 at the old Veterans. It was the Vet in Philly, right?
Yep.
And Deion Sanders ran back a punt right at halftime, and it was the year the Eagles went like 0-8 to start the season. It's this crazy football memory.
Which one?
From like 20 years ago.
Just popped up out of nowhere. I watched Deion Sanders have a big return while I'm filming one of the biggest movies in history. That's a little bit of a memory to have there, Haley. I mean, Jesus.
And there was a guy walking around in a full body skunk costume in the stadium with a sign that said "We stink," and then in the news the next day they said he got beaten up in the parking lot after. So kind of a classic Philly story.
Well, in Philly, the Vet, they had jail cells underneath the stadium too.
Yeah, they did. That was crazy. And that's where they the grass didn't come together completely.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Irving broke his leg because he stepped on concrete in the middle of the field. Yeah, that was a wild place.
I very much enjoy the fact that you're a Giants fan and you hate Philadelphia. Like Giants and Philadelphia fans hate each other. That's just the way it goes. Giants.
That's been weird for me because I've never liked the Cowboys. They feel like much more of a rival than Philly because I have so many friends from Philadelphia. I've worked there 3 times, so it's hard for me to hate the Eagles as much. I'm always going to be a diehard Giants fan, but it's weird because that animosity was never something that came natural.
I respect that. I don't like hating people either. I think we're moving into a society that doesn't hate people too, which I think is cool.
Hopefully.
Hey,
Nice.
What's your coolest thing you've ever done in the movie business?
Oh man,
Something just popped in your head right there.
The whole process of making AI with Steven Spielberg and having it be a project that Stanley Kubrick had developed with him, that's something I'll always remember and treasure, especially because as I get older and appreciate Kubrick's films more, just having anything to do with him and his career was pretty awesome. So
When you act, are you like that character 24/7? So when you were in Entourage, were you just a hateable douche at all times for however long I was shooting for?
I have a lot of respect for Daniel Day-Lewis and folks that do that, but you kind of have to be Daniel Day-Lewis to get away with that because it's really not practical at all. And especially because if you're going really method, there's so many practical concerns where you have to bend your body around the camera for the other people's coverage and everything. So there's so many technical things that you have to be aware of, but also put out of your mind when you're in the scene. So I like to get deep into the character, but I'll be able to have a regular conversation at lunch with people.
When you went to NYU, were you teaching classes?
No, I was not.
Is it not hard for you to take somebody serious though?
Well, my experience was with television and film, and a lot of the people that I met going to college off the bat had a lot more experience than me in theater. And what we were studying there is a completely different style of performance than what I had done. So it was really cool. I mean, one of my friends got hired by Cirque du Soleil right out of college, so it was like a very interesting, like all kinds of different performers were in this program. So it was really fun to do that.
You ever do the circus?
No, I do not have that flexibility.
You have any hidden tricks? Do you do any? Do you have any? Do you play cards? Can you blow fire? Do you chug a beer well?
I like to play cards. I'm not that great at it, which I guess is a good thing. You know, my friends and I will go to Vegas for a wild card weekend and play craps and everything. But luckily, I don't have any illusions about being talented at that.
Yeah, that can get you in some trouble. Do you like to party?
Yeah,
Do you have a good
yeah.
time with your friends in Vegas? Obviously. you do.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun because there are sports fans in the entertainment industry. Like my friend Isaac Feeder, who directed this movie I did called Sex Ed, he and I are big into football. We'll go to a lot of games and stuff like that. So it's fun on the set to find those sports fans and to sort of connect with them because you need something to take your mind off work sometimes.
How long are those days? Forever, huh? Acting days.
Well, it's crazy to think of now because when I was a kid, there were very strict rules, basically year by year about the hours you can work. You can only work 7 hours. You can only work 8 hours, and you have to have school time factored into that. When you turn 18, you can work. I mean, they have to pay you overtime and everything. You can work 24 hours a day. I just did the X-Files in Vancouver.
Okay.
From like 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. and just really weird. It can really mess with your head.
Yeah, I could imagine. Because at night they block off streets in like New York, and people are like acting all night. And I follow The Rock and Kevin Hart on social media, and they're always posting at like 4 a.m. They're like, we're 10 hours into this thing. I guess that's kind of like the things that don't get talked about that much in the showbiz world.
It's the only way you can get locations, I think, particularly in New York City, is if you go there in the middle of the night and shoot them there. But yeah, it's so hard to adjust to, particularly if they're going back and forth between day and night shoots.
Did you ever shoot in like a wild place where you're like, holy shit, this is pretty wild? Like Bangkok, Taiwan?
I would love to shoot somewhere like that. I'd love to shoot in like a beach area or something.
Oh,
I'm always in like Toronto, Vancouver, Charlotte. My locations have been not necessarily been vacation places, but I shot in Poland once, and I did a show called Oasis on Amazon last year that shot in Cape Town, and that was really, really cool. I loved South Africa.
There's like great white sharks there and stuff, right? And
There are, yeah. You can go diving with them.
Did you?
No. We were thinking about it, and then I don't know if there's something specifically in the contract. We were like, the producers might not like it if we're cage diving with great white sharks. That might not be the greatest thing.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, well, Haley, I appreciate you so much, man, for spending some time with us. I think Almost Friends is going to be incredible.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, it's on. You can pre-order it on iTunes and other VOD things too. If you follow it on Twitter, so. You can watch it. You can't catch it in the theater.
Video on demand. It makes sense.
Yeah.
That was in the email. VOD was in the email, and I had no idea what it meant. I thought it was like some fucking acting term, and then you just said it out loud. I'm like, video on demand. It all makes sense. Jesus, that's on me, Haley. Hey, can you say something for me real quick? You know what it is.
Yeah, sure.
You know what it is.
Oh, you know what though? I had to retire it. I chose a final time to say it. I did a clip for Doug Stanhope for his like death pool or something, where he's smoking a cigarette outside, and I said it with him, and I was like, that's a good like final one.
I think Doug Stanhope is a good time to say goodbye to it. Well, the man who once saw dead people is now in a movie called Almost Friends that's incredible that you can get anywhere. Video on demand is happening. He shot a movie in Cape Town. He's a Giants fan living through a miserable year. NYU grad, superstar, good guy. Thank you so much for taking time to chit chat with us, man.
Thanks, man. It was great talking to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you say I saw him? Can you say you saw it once? Can you
even conjugations of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Haley Joel Osment.
Take care, man.
Hey, that was awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dude. Great talking to you.
That was really cool. That was upbeat. That was happy. I think people will really enjoy that as a Friday conversation.
Terrific.
What do you do? You just shoot all year round? Is that kind of your move?
It's pretty much like there'll be a month break or so in between things, but yeah, this year it was Silicon Valley early in the year. We did Future Man over the summer, and I just got back like a couple days ago from Vancouver for X-Files. So, and I'm gonna squeeze in something before the holidays too. This show called Teachers. So yeah, it's busy times.
Good for you, man. Congratulations on all your success. You're a cool guy.
Thanks a lot, man.
That Entourage movie, though, goddamn, I fucking hate. So I'm a big Entourage fan. Vince, that whole movie, that whole series, basically shaped my friends and I life. Right, like I was like,
cool.
Yeah, so like I have a friend who's an accountant. I have a friend who does business stuff, and it's kind of the life we're living right now. Actually, is like it. So I've always been a diehard Entourage fan, and then when they came out the movie, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. And then goddamn, this Texas character pops up out of nowhere. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And they're like, that's Haley Joel Osment. I'm like, who the fuck is that? They're like, I don't watch any movies. The I See Dead People. I'm like, I love that kid. And now he's just the fucking worst human on earth. And they're like, yeah, it's good acting, man.
Heck, I watched that show growing up too, and then it was like, oh, I just get to be a jerk to all these characters that you grow up knowing and loving. So it's
Do you enjoy that? Do
thing.
you enjoy getting to play a dickhead almost?
Oh yeah, I this new show, Future Man, that just came out. I'm like a really, really bad guy, and that was so much fun to do.
Haley, thank you, man.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you, buddy.